So we're in our hive with the failing queen, so we're going to go through, we're going to try and find her. I'll show you a couple of frames of what a failing queen looks like. So you can see with this one, there's a lot of just cups. There's nothing in them, it's just cups. So at the moment there's no, this is not the brood chamber or anything, there is just that, but this is all stores. Same with this side, it's all just stores. So we've got very, very patchy brood here. So we've got a few drones, but there's worker here, but there's only 1 or 2 larvae in these cells. And I can't see any eggs on this frame, but she is laying more than 1 egg in a cell as well. So I will try and show you that. But you can see the pattern's not good. It's just not a nice pattern. They're bringing in pollen, that's fine, but they're filling all of these with honey, and it's just a scattered brood pattern. So we've got a couple of larvae. No eggs in this one. So we'll keep going. So again, loads of queen cups, nothing in them at all. Just take them out. Again, all drone. Now she's not just a drone layer, she has been producing workers. We've had her for about a year and she's just deteriorated over that year. She was a last year's queen. But you can see it's just it's not a good healthy pattern going on. See a couple of little bits of brood, mainly honey. So there's nothing in these queen cups. And then you can see, look at the patchiness. See. I don't know if the camera can see because it's very dark home, but I will put a picture up. There's double eggs in some of these cells. Now that is straight away, that's a sign of a bad queen. I mean, queens when they're freshly come back from mating, yes, they can lay doubles, but when she's been going for a little while, and you can see doubles and even 3 eggs in some of these cells, you know that it's not a good sign. So definite ReQueening. Yeah, there's a few eggs, it's just patchy, she's not even laying properly, so just honey stores. The same with that. So we need to go through, we need to find her, and we need to kill her. Right, so we found the queen. Now, I'm not even going to try and pick her up, I'm just going to squish her on here. Look away if you don't want to see it. Taking her away, she's now gone. So this hive is now queenless. So we get our mated queen and a stick and just put it through the top. You can wrap this with sellotape just in case the propolis and comb pull it apart, but for this case we're just going to put it in and try and put it in between two frames that's kind of even, so it hasn't got too many drones sticking out or an outed bit of comb. So what we're going to do, we're literally going to pop that down there gently. My gloves are very sticky with honey, and then we'll close it up very gently. So the bees, in no time, will smell a new scent. So let's just give it a bit of room. And by hanging it downwards, where there's fondant in there, it's not going to heat up and leak onto the bees. And then we'll leave that for 4 days. And then we'll come back, see if she's still okay, and if so, we'll show the next stage. So we've given them 4 days. We're going to now go back in. Fingers crossed she's still okay in her cage and they haven't killed her. First of all, before we go through the next step, we're just going to see if she's okay. So very gently. Now, like I said before, you can put tape on this, so when you pull this off, be very careful because the cage can rip apart. So use your top hive tool very gently. She's still in there. I can see movement, yes. She's still in there. And we have our other occupants as well, so this is a very good sign. Also, another tip, when the bees are on the cage, if you just gently run your finger over and they come off lightly, means they're not clinging hold and they're not wanting to get into the cage. So this is a very good sign they will accept the queen. They're being very calm, they're gentle. So the next step now is we just put her over to one side, and then we're going to go through each frame and make sure there's no queen cells, and we're going to destroy any that we see. So we're just going through. Remember, they were making queen cups before, but you want to really check. Take your time. You don't want any of their original genetics with their eggs making a queen cell. So we go through, we make sure there's nothing in them, and if there is, you take it out. Shake the bees if you have to. There we go, see, there was one there. I've just taken that apart. They were actually starting to make a cell. So this is what we want to avoid. We want to go through, make sure everything is destroyed. There we go. Had a couple there. So you want to make sure you clear everything out of it. done a few checks back and forth, be very thorough. We're going to now put her back in the same kind of position. So let's take her very gently. You can see they're all over her. Because she's been in here 4 days now, I'm going to unclip the bottom. We go through here. There you go. Pull that back. Make sure it's really pulled back, or rip it off if you can. Pull that right back because you don't want that closing back up again. And then they've got fondant in here. So now the bees can eat both ends, and then that will gently release. So what we can do is we can just gently coax a little, because sometimes it gets a bit too hard. And then we'll just put her back. And then the bees will do the work. Gently close her in. And then put everything else back. So the hive's all done up now, so we'll leave her and we can come back, I would say about 10 days, just so you've got a chance that if there are queen cells still being produced, you can swipe them down and hopefully she's out. So fingers crossed. See you then.